Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Hey doctors, what I want to talk about is as this new 2020 year comes to an end. Right now I'm recording this on 12/27/2022 and the year's about to end. We're going into 2023. So what I want to talk to you about today is what skill sets are you looking to enhance? What things do you feel you need enhancement on? Because you need to start looking at that. Right? You need to start backing away from your practice just a little bit and say, hey, what skill do I need to improve on? Now, I know myself for this year, 2023, management skills are a big one for me. I'm going to be studying management skills and how to organize our businesses better so that we're more efficient and we get a better product out the door. And so management, though, is everything. If you're overwhelmed in any way, it just is an indicator that your management skills aren't as good as they could be. And I know that I've been totally overwhelmed, felt overwhelmed, and I know that my management skills need to improve. So I'm focusing this year on management skills. In January, I'll be at a public speaking 2-day boot camp by one of the top public speaking coaches in the country, because I feel like, now, do I want to do that to necessarily public speak? This applies to whether I'm on a webinar, whether I'm on a podcast, whether I'm writing marketing materials. I'm going to go with one of the top guys in the country to actually show me how to do a much better job at getting our messages across to people. That's something that I feel like I could definitely have an improved skill on. The last thing that I'll improve, and I'm always improving on, is our marketing skills, right? Our skills to actually get our message out concisely and get it so people can understand what it is we have. What value do we bring to any doctor or to any lawyer that comes into our program? So those are 3 things that I'm going to be working on: business management skills, public speaking skills, and marketing skills. So my question to you is what skills are you looking at working on? A lot of you aren't looking at it at all because you're just busy kind of in the rat race of trying to make everything happen, especially at the end of the year. But what I would encourage you to do is to start to chart out what things do you want to improve and what are you willing to do to improve it. I'm going to tell you right now, from my own experience, you want to find the best people that you can and invest in having them train you. It so speeds up the learning curve. I mean, I didn't learn this till later in life. It so speeds up the learning curve, and it's so much more profitable to do it. For example, if you're looking at your own injury practice, right? So, obviously, that's all I deal with is injury practices, and you want to improve. One of the things you need that you might look at, whether you need to or not, you have to decide what you need. But one of the things that I highly recommend is that you spend some time focusing on what makes you unique. What makes you different from any other provider in the area? I know in our program, we teach you to locate a market that is the most easiest market in the world to penetrate into because you don't have any competition, and that's the spinal ligament injury market. The majority of doctors out there, the majority of medical doctors, chiropractic doctors, osteopathic doctors, doctors of PT do not know how to work up a simple spinal ligament injury. And if you don't know how to work it up in the acute stage, you don't understand that it is the most common cause of chronic pain, so you don't know what to do with it in a chronic pain patient. And if you're listening to me right now and you're going, gosh, I hear what he's saying, but I don't understand exactly what he's saying, there's room for improvement. Because you can build a huge practice just by being different, by having something unique to offer the market. And my goal in 2023 is to have a bigger and bigger audience of public understand that very specific doctors are who you want to go to if you've injured your spine, right? So you want to be able to be unique in the market. You want to set some goals about that, right? You want to set some goals or you want to actually learn to set better goals, goals that are big, goals that are juicy, goals that'll change your life. They'll change your family's life. They're big enough that if you actually hit them, your whole life will change. And maybe nobody's ever given you permission to have a goal that big. And when you have a goal that big and you start talking to people, you're going to find out a lot of people say, oh, no, that's too big. You can't do that, or you're not unique in that way. Or, they put you down, and they live in the smallness of their own cages, really. When you talk with people that are unique, that have something unique to offer the market, who are leaders, they don't talk that way. They don't talk that way. If you give them a big goal that you're looking to achieve, they'll say, you go and get it. So, one of the things that you might want to look at improving is, how are you unique in the market, and how you're aligned to be unique in the market? What do you need to study? What do you need to do to make yourself unique in the market? The second thing that I would highly improve is, you're going to spend a lot of time in clinic, right? You are going to spend a lot of time in clinic. So why not have procedures developed that you can develop or have developed for you that will allow you to attract more injury patients while you're doing your job, and it requires no additional time on your part? In other words, why don't you develop what we call an internal referral machine? If I'm in my clinic today, I'm going to be getting patients to refer to me, both acute injury and chronic injury patients, just by how I communicate and how I set up a communication system within my own clinic, so that I don't have to work so hard when I'm not in clinic. I want to work really hard, and I always did when I was in clinic. Unfortunately, for a lot of years, because I didn't know what I'm speaking of now, I had to work equally as hard out. So if I worked 30 hours in clinic, I was working 30 or 40 hours outside of clinic, just to have the 30 hours that I was in clinic be very, very busy, right? So you might want to take a look at what's the matter with developing one hell of a good internal referral machine. And if you're thinking in your head right now, oh, I can't do that, or I don't know what to do, or that's not really possible, or that's just pie in the sky, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm in your local area, I love it, because you just provided your own barrier to entry, and you're not going to enter. One of the things that I've found is the biggest barriers to entry you have on anything that you want to go after is yourself. You are the largest barrier to entry. Lack of control of your own thoughts, or lack of the ability to get people out from around you that are giving you those thoughts. Because I will guarantee you that every insecurity that you have, every self-doubt you have, is not yours. You got it from somebody else. Right? You just agreed with it. Unfortunately, you did agree with it, and you may be still agreeing with it, but they're not yours. Those thoughts that you have, those self-limiting thoughts, are not your own thoughts. Oftentimes, you just pick them up from all kinds of people along the way of the road called life, right? So sometimes you have to overcome those, but one of the things that you want to do is you want to build an internal referral machine, so you don't have to spend your whole life in your clinic, right? You want to have time outside of your clinic. You want to be very productive while you're there, very profitable while you're there. And when you're not there, you're not there. I have a really good friend of mine who happens to be my dentist, right? Very, very, very productive dental practice, right? When they're there, I mean, it is busy beyond busy. When they're not there, they don't even talk about it. They don't even think about it. But they have a very good system in place that keeps them that busy, an internal system. And then the third thing, so, first thing I'd say is, figure out what you need to do to become more unique. Second, develop an internal referral machine. And third, learn marketing. You will never lose. Most businesses fail because somebody in the business doesn't know how to market. And it's usually the leader of the business that doesn't know how to market. And got some weird ideas on marketing, or weird ideas on selling, or weird ideas that you can't sell, or weird ideas that it's uncomfortable to sell, or weird ideas that somehow, it's bad manners to sell or to promote. And it's, again, those are all ridiculous things that keep people small, and you don't need to be. In 2023, take a look and figure out what your goal really is. What do you really want to do? Let's say you did 500,000 this year. Well, what's the matter with having a goal to do 1.2, 1.5? What's the matter with that goal? Right? Now, if you hit that goal if you're at 500,000 in gross services, hitting 1.5 will seriously change your life. Let's say you're at $1 million. Why not target 3 million? Why not target 5 million? What do you need to do? What do you need to scale? Right? Well, you'll see in each of those targets, in each of those goals, you got to be unique. If you can set up an internal referral machine, you get there faster, and marketing is obviously going to get you there faster as well, the better your skills are. Now you can think, well, word of mouth and build it and they will come. Well, that's true to a degree, but nobody comes if they don't know who you are. Nobody comes if they don't know what you do, if they don't know about your good work. That's called marketing, right? If nobody knows you or knows that you're there, it's a problem. Most practices, especially in the injury market, that are struggling to get more new injury patients in are suffering with what I call attention deficit disorder, or you could call it practice attention disorder. PAD, practice attention deficit disorder, or CAD, clinical attention deficit disorder. You don't get enough attention, and you don't get any attention because you're not generating any attention. If you are very, very good at what you do, you are unique, and you're really good at getting results, you should be the busiest providers out there, and you should be very busy. You should have the ability to scale your practice, bring in associates, and have it be where you have more production with less effort on your part. And that's what I would wish for you in 2023 is more production, more income, more services, less effort on your part. So doctors, always what I do, this is the end of the year for 2022 on these podcasts, short to the point. And all I wanted to do is wish you a very happy holidays, tell you to get looking at your goals for 2023 and make some decisions about what you're going to do. And then go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. Just go for it. You have the ability inside. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your educational level is. I don't know where you came from. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what your background was, good or bad. I don't care. You have inside of you the ability to do whatever you want to do. And that's what I wish for you in 2023. For those of you that would like to look us up, learn more about our program, it's called Smart Injury Doctors. You can go to smartinjurydoctors.com, or you can call us at 800-940-6513. As always, I appreciate your attention. I look forward to communicating with you on the next podcast in 2023.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.